Hello, hello. It's me. It's you, my peeps. Well, the hand reached for this deck. I didn't think I was going to use it, but hey. I wanted to mention, this is sort of screwy, but, sometimes we get a sign that we think might be a sign from some beloved who has become an ancestor or who's crossed over. And I think the deal is what we think is the sign becomes the sign. In other words, there's a friend of mine who her dad died, and often when she's thinking about him, it's happened a few times for her, his favorite candy was a candied almond. And more than once, he's been on her mind, or she's been doing something that had some connection to him, and she's out and about in the world, and suddenly she'll see a bowl of candied almonds. Maybe at a restaurant or something, suddenly they, instead of bread at the beginning, or, there's a bowl of candied almonds. And I think that's her sign, because that's what she associates with her dad. For me, I get one from my mother. Mom always used to button up her sweaters wrong. She'd misalign the buttons. And, particularly as she got older, and I would realign her buttons. And after she died, usually my buttons would be pretty much aligned. I'm a Virgo. So after she died, they suddenly were misaligned a lot. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on. Let me do that. So, that happened today. So now every time I notice that, I say, "Hi, Mom," And I think she thought I was a bit fussy with stuff like that. So that's a possibility. What you think is the sign, by some, whatever, even if it's a trick in your own mind, I think becomes the sign. Because you suddenly think of that person, and it's a connection. It's a connection. For you, and in some way for them as well. Because they loved candy almonds, or because they buttoned up their sweater wrong, chronically. I didn't even know I was going to talk about that, but I think it might be relevant. And, maybe in your life you'll realize there are certain thoughts that come into your head, or that are really evocative of somebody. And they don't even need to be somebody who has died. It could be of a best friend or something. The other thing that, really was in my ear this morning was a song going around and around and around my head. And, I've only recently been introduced to this song, even though it's probably 15 years old, something like that. It's a band called Big Head Todd. Big Head Todd and the Monsters, I think. And I love the song, and it's called Bittersweet Surrender. And it was so in my head this morning, I talked to the woman in my phone and said, "Please play the song," and it kept defaulting to another music app. Anyway, I finally got through, and because there is something about the bittersweet that's very special. It's a very particular emotion that just reaches you, because it's both at once, you know? And somehow all the more sweet because it's got that element of regret or ouch or something to it. Hierophant, major arcana card of Taurus. It can mean, it can have a higher power feeling to it, and that's what I'm getting here. But it might also be like the structure of a religion or some other system that has rules, you know. And there are the two people here on there taking a knee before this character who is identified by the uniform, by the trappings of the office, as the one to whom they must defer. So let's see. What is this Hierophant about? Excuse me, I've really got... Tell us about Hierophant, please. It's a major arcana energy. It's something... Hierophant can be in the world, but it has a kind of background effect on our daily lives. And moreover, since it's an earth sign, it's Taurus. Okay. Wow. Queen of Cups. A divine feminine energy of love and openness and open-heartedness, which makes me think this is, in fact, the higher power aspect of Hierophant. It's something in your psyche that grounds you, perhaps in your emotions, or somebody else. I mean, listen, roles can switch back and forth in tarot. Gender can switch back and forth in tarot. Whether this is your story or the story of somebody you're dealing with that you love, that you have feelings for. This can also be a card of marriage or higher commitment, higher self, or a relationship that is next level. Another major arcana card, Strength. The overcoming of an obstacle, of pain, of somebody you're connected to. It could be somebody who's hurt you or you've been hurt by, but it's now a relationship that you come together to resolve pain. That's how I see the Strength card. And again, it's major arcana. There's this infinity symbol above her head. This isn't just an everyday symbiotic relationship. This is something that loops eternally between the two sides of the infinity symbol. She's doing a laying on of hands, though, providing like love medicine, comfort. There's an element of trust back and forth. They've overcome some kind of obstacle, and there's the obstacle. In earth energy, in the energy of Hierophant. Four of Pentacles is pretty much what it looks like. It's being locked down, blocked, protecting yourself, protecting your place, which Pentacles can speak to, protecting your money, protecting some sort of investment. Perhaps you've overgiven in some situation. That's coming under Hierophant. It may be blocking your connection to higher power, or somebody is. That's Rue. Having a little snore there. Okay, under Queen of Cups, we have Seven of Pentacles. More Pentacles energy about growth and investment. This is somebody actually growing something over time. Investing time and energy in whatever this is. And it certainly seems to me to modify this stuck energy, because suddenly you have a card of growth. You have a card of holding back, and then a card of investing. There's been a change. Perhaps some fear, some constriction. I need to protect. See how he's holding the pentacle, he, she, they, right over their heart space, as if to protect their heart. Perhaps from a higher commitment. Perhaps from somebody who would love them. Or you have overcome your need to protect yourself from being so open-hearted, so giving. Perhaps you've overgiven. Let's see, under Strength. One wanted to come out there. Okay, we have a bunch. On the bottom of the deck, Empress. In that same earth energy. This is the one who grows. The principle of Gaia, of Mother Earth. You can't grow in this state. Protecting your money, protecting your resources, protecting your time and your energy. Meeting it out, perhaps in little, if at all, tiny increments. You know, this is divine feminine energy of creativity. Often, Empress is depicted as pregnant. The one who's creative, who gives birth. In the element of earth, which is to do with time and term, how long it takes to grow something. That's the bottom of the deck. She goes over here. Major Arcana card, Empress, the number 3. Also a number 3. 3 of Cups. Under Strength. You know, these two are pretty much opposite energies. Holding back, feeling stuck, versus celebration. Reunion. Being in the company of people you feel you trust and you want to give to, and they want to give to you because they feel the same way. It's the circle of friendship. There's been a change here, from closed to open, from isolation, you know, that stubborn energy of I'm not going anywhere, to like, we're going to do this together. I think it's the, it's the strength to connect, to be vulnerable, the strength to unclench. That was another thing that occurred to me this morning. The other day when I was not doing well, I had been sick, and even when the pain passed, I was tight. I could just feel every muscle was constricted. The pain passed, I was still tight. And when I consciously tried to relax, I started to go into this shiver. It was beyond shiver. It was like I was a tuning fork. And it took a while for the muscles to really relax. I had to be very mindful of how tight I was. How tight I was. So there is a period somehow that requires you to keep going, even though the unclenching feels weird. Empress, this Mother Earth energy, would have us all, would have us all unclench. Celebrate. These guys look like they're doing the springtime dance. There are flowers all around. The sun is out. We're approaching the equinox. This is all about, and there are pumpkins there. It's harvest time. It's harvest time. Your efforts have paid off. Your openness is paid off. On Four of Pentacles, we have the Judgment. This is a kind of crossroads card. It requires a decision. Do I answer this call to rise up? Somebody's trying to wake this person up. They might not even realize they're clenched like I didn't. And this can be a startling card. To have the trumpet sound to call somebody back to life. And it's a group of people here. It's 3 people. 3 people. There's something significant about that. It's more than just one-on-one. Because I think the third party in this case is the angelic presence. Sounding the horn. Wake up, unclench, trust abundance and creativity. Regain your trust, overcome your fear, your pain, the fact that you've been hurt. I mean, who among us has not been hurt? On 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups. This is a card of happiness, of personal fulfillment. What makes somebody happy and kind of open-hearted and, able to fill their own cups is this connection. So it's a 9, the card of the individual, but paired up with this card of friendship and reunion and dance and coming back to life. Unclenching. Lots of Cups energy here, which is about feelings. Queen of Cups, 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups. So we have both personal fulfillment, 9 of Cups. This guy, happy and satisfied. Perhaps because they're open-hearted or they've been in connection with an open-hearted individual. Okay. And again, bottom of the deck. I think I'm flipping the deck here. Cups energy. 8 of Cups. That's on 7 of Pentacles. It may imply 8 of Cups usually means leaving something behind, going on that quest, the pilgrim going on the quest for the Holy Grail. This is a moon energy card to do with feelings. Also a cups energy to do with feelings, but it's the sun is out. And something in this call back to life may actually call this person to go in search of a higher love. The Holy Grail, and it's on Hierophant. I see two cards of blessing here. Higher love, perhaps by surrendering to your higher power. That's what's leading you, because I think it's you. You know, it entails bravery to set out in search of some kind of connection and some kind of stronger, higher commitment, leaving behind perhaps these Eight of Cups, you know, a love for other things or other people that you need now to carry in your heart. It takes courage, it takes higher power guidance. And the way when I put down Empress, she ended up, she, he, they, that principle of growth and creativity, ended up on the Strength card. Empress is a very healing energy. You know, and there's this waterfall behind her. Water energy, feelings energy. Tell us about the Seven of Pentacles, the harvest time, going from constriction to a degree of abundance based on hard work, Pentacles energy. Pentacles can speak to work, to grow something, to put in effort, perhaps effort to unclench. And there's some degree of kind of fear and trembling, answering the call, nevertheless, the call to go forward, perhaps leaving behind something or some people or some old way of connecting. But there's definitely connection ahead, joy, reunion, and this card of the person who's open-hearted, Nine of Cups, linking up with people who feel the same way. Seven of Pentacles, please. I think I'm supposed to. Wow, okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. That's a card of anxiety. This is being in your heart space. This is being in your head space. This feels really good. This feels pretty shitty. It's a card of fear and anxiety, thoughts, sword energy, to do with thinking, and it's almost like the intrusive thoughts, right? That just come in when your guard is down. Okay. Bottom of the deck, and I saw another I'm going to take. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. Like Three of Cups, a card of reunion, a card of home. You know, it's that four. Fours speak to a structure, to, structure. But this is kind of the open structure. It's not this kind of stability, another card of four. It's this kind of stability. The Bower, home, security, trust, together. Wands are directional. This implies a meeting place. You know, perhaps with somebody who makes you feel at home, so you can relax. Somebody can relax this clenched Four of Pentacles in favor of this. And that belongs with Nine of Swords. So again, it's very opposite energies. From anxiety to a feeling of I'm home. I can relax now. And also bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands. More fire energy. This is a card of communication. Can be a card of long distance. Messages coming in. It might even be those messages we were talking about of the candied almonds, of the mismatched buttons. Messages from beyond, from it on a distance. Or it could be messages back and forth. Eight of Wands usually indicates that. A conversation. You know, perhaps an invitation to go home. And it doesn't have to be a literal home. It's an invitation to reunion. And it might make somebody really nervous, put them up in their head. Nine of Swords is a card of up in your head isolation. You're by yourself here. You're like imprisoned by your thoughts. Certainly not in the flow, but this is somehow a communication that perhaps puts you back in the flow. Out of constriction, back in the flow. Okay, we have a bunch down here. And we have an outlier, which I'm going to take too, from another deck. First off, Knight of Pentacles. A reliable offer, message, somebody coming in slowly, but with something of value. Again, could conceivably have this tinge of, it appears in 3D, but it has to do with something archetypal from beyond, an opportunity or an offer to come back to life. Pentacles energy, speak to life. Empress energy. Followed by, boy, we have a bunch here. Five of Wands, more fire energy. This is the struggle. It can be an internal struggle, some sort of impediment that slows everything down. Pentacles are slow. But I think Knight of Pentacles, goes step by step by step, and could, not because they're bursting through, bashing through quickly, they're determined to get somewhere. Not missing any steps. Following their own sense of direction. Wands can be directional, and this is a mayhem. A Knight of Pentacles would go slowly but surely, sure-footedly, past this kind of snarl, pickup sticks. Often we see like Knight of Wands bursting through that Wands energy. Here it's just meeting that confusion with earth energy, with something grounded. Slowly but surely out of this fear constriction. Next up, Death card. Transformation. The end of something, the beginning of something new. Moving on from perhaps something you loved. Because I think this refers to Queen of Cups, who I believe is you. Male or female. It's not gender specific, but the open-hearted one. Their own heart is telling them, move on to this higher love, this higher commitment. Listen to your higher power. Be guided by your higher power. Card of Scorpio, also in water energy. End something, leave something behind. Go for the Holy Grail. Move past this struggle, which may be an internal struggle. Okay? And it's not an outlier card, it's a blank one. But it happens to look remarkably like. Where did we see it? Oh, yeah. This archangel energy of the protection of the divine energies. I mean, it really is all about energy. Einstein said that, it appears in different forms, but it is this vibrational. Remember the tuning fork idea? Okay, the Death card, the transition is about Wheel of Fortune. Movement. In a direction that, frees you up. Frees you up. Out of the clench. Somebody's waking up. And once awoken, the universe is suggesting the karmic adjustment, the karmic path, the path of the heart. And it involves opening the heart. There's been some major transformation on the level of feelings, water energy, that changes everyday life, that moves you slowly but surely, moves somebody past this Five of Wands struggle. And what's the destination? Somebody is moving forward despite their fear and anxiety, Nine of Swords, toward their happiness, Nine of Cups. And I think messages will be coming in that are in alignment with higher power and this energy. The universe wants us in the right position to move forward. Knight of Pentacles, in our 3D life, prompted by this energy in the psyche that says, it's time. Go for it. Go for it. Open up. Wake up. Oh, yeah. Ace of Wands. There's the new beginning. In growth, in fire energy, passion, purpose, direction. To the place, like mutual passions, expressed, not held back, not held back. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let the wheels turn. Once you're unclenched, that's how it goes. It's a freeing up of the gears because it's freed somehow in the psyche. And I believe it's from this angelic presence, the guidance, Hierophant, judgment. And it is a decision to somehow unclench, to agree to transform. One more apparently from this other deck. Let's see. Boom, Queen of Cups again. We can confidently close out the reading. Because she's back. She's back. Somebody may be coming toward Queen of Cups. Or Queen of Cups herself may have been on this journey, Eight of Cups, guided by their higher power. Queen of Cups. There's a new beginning in the psyche. The universe is saying, the time is now. This is sort of like the alarm clock in the psyche saying, it's time. It's time to begin. It's time to be brave, Strength card, in that same fire energy as strength. Great read. You may be called to go on this quest, guided by your higher power. And somebody else is being called to open up, to transform their feelings out of conflict into a sweet surrender, bittersweet surrender, because this has an element of bittersweet. Leaving these behind, to pursue your own happiness, that ninth cup, that holy grail. With the support of the universe, this can be a card of travel, of going the distance, of going home. Intuitively, where you're drawn to be. You, Ace of Wands. You, Queen of Cups. There's a change coming, and it's for the better, and it may have a slight element of fear and trembling. This 9. But whatever this is, it will bring you joy and happiness. We have on the table Taurus in the Empress. Taurus and Libra, some people say. Something that's balanced and grounded. Leo and Strength card. Overcoming pain for yourself and for somebody else. Another card of Taurus, Earth energy, higher self, answering the call, you know, to go on the quest. Scorpio, card of transformation, death and rebirth, in water energy, in the energy of these double Queens of Cups. Could be a same-sex couple. And that's it. You know, 4 of Wands, 8 of Wands. The breaking through from this, you know, somebody has really woken up. Been called to second life, to new life, to new life. To something that's the next level. You know, being moved forward by the universe and by your own willingness to begin the journey. You know, I always see this as kind of a walking stick. You know, and there's something to traverse here, perhaps a distance. But the messages will come through. And if there is some particular sign that you associate with your guides, listen to it. You know, it may come through loud and clear. Might be subtle. Very often it's pretty subtle, like how you button your sweater or whatever. But I think that the message will be louder. Bittersweet surrender. Till next time, you guys. Thank you so much for donations. People have hit the thanks button, and that, you know, that means a lot to me. But the fact that you're here watching it all means a lot to me. If you've stayed through, it's now 40 minutes long. I keep trying to make them short, and I don't seem to be able to, but not all the time anyway. Till next time. See you next time. Same station, right?